Hello everyone and welcome back. In the last video, we learned all the features of Java. Now it's time for something very exciting, writing your first Java program and understanding it step by step. By the end of this class, you will write your first Java program, understand how it works, see how it relates to Selenium automation and testing. So let's get started. So before we write the program, let's understand the basic structure. So if you talk about the basic structure of a Java program, then it looks like class and then followed by a class name. Again, it should go with a camel case approach, and then there is a class body, and inside class body we will have a main method here. Okay, and then for a main method also we have a body here, and then your code goes here. Okay, so every class, like every Java program must have at least one class. So a class is like a blueprint for our program, and main method, this is where Java starts execution. So basically class contains the main method contains the instructions Java executes like your code. So let us write a simple Java program that prints a message on a screen. Okay, so let's go into IDE. Okay, so now inside Java and then this package, I will create a Java class. So right click and create a Java class. So just name it, let's say first program, and then enter. So it will create a Java class for us. Okay, so this is public class first program. So again, this is a class is a keyword, public is a access modifier here, and then first program is our class name. So the name of the class, again, this should match with the file name. So if you see, this is the file name, that is first program, and even on the tab you see there is a path. If you hover over that particular tab, you see the path, like at the end you will see first program.java. Okay, and then this file name should match with the class name, so both should be in line. Okay, and then inside the class we can provide the main method. So the syntax for main method is public static void main, and then in the brackets you can pass the string arguments, and then you have a main method body here. Okay, so remember this first program is the name of the class. Again, this should match with the file name, that is first program.java. Class is a keyword here. Inside the class we have main method. Okay, and then again we will discuss about this, like what does this public static void and main means here. Okay, so public is the access modifier. We will discuss in more detail in our upcoming sessions, but remember public is a access modifier, and it means this main method is accessible from anywhere in the project. And the static, again static is a keyword, so it denotes that JVM can call this main method without creating any object of the class. That is the first program class. We can call this method directly. Okay, the next is void. So void here, it is the return type. So void means this main method does not return any value. Okay, again there are multiple different types of return type, we will discuss those. And then here comes string arguments, so it allows passing command line arguments. And then here inside the main method we can add a statement which we want to. So System.out.println, so I will just add a simple message here. Okay, and then we will print it. So this is the line which will print this hello Selenium testers message, and then at the end of the line it should end with a semicolon. Okay, so semicolon is mandatory in Java, okay, to end the line. So if you simply run it, just try to run it from here. it will print the message on the console, that is hello Selenium testers. Okay, you see it has printed hello Selenium testers message. So now if you want to run it using command prompt, you can do that. So Java is compiled and interpreted. So we need two steps. First is save your file, that is first program.java. So we already have it in our project. So it's already saved. You can control S, okay, and then compile using Java C, and then you need to pass the path which will convert or which will generate the bytecode, that is the first program.class file, and then you can run it using Java command. Okay, so if you want to run it using command prompt, then you can follow those steps, or otherwise if you want to run it from ID, you can simply run it from this run buttons. Okay, so let's see how we can run it from the command prompt. Okay. So now this is the first program, and then if you see there is a path. If you copy the path, then you will see the complete path for the particular Java file. Okay, so I have it open. So you see this is the first program file. So if you want to compile it, you need to use Java C command, and then you need to pass the particular path. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so I will just open it one more time. Just open command prompt, and then I will just simply copy this path. Okay, and then just run Java C. We want to compile it first. So Java C, and as our path contains spaces, you just need to pass that particular path inside double quotes. So like this, and then again give that particular file name first program dot java. Okay, and then again end with a double quotes. Okay, and then enter after it. Once you enter, it will compile the project, and then you see there is a class file, that is a bytecode file gets generated here. Okay, so now we can run this using a Java command. So again you can simply use that particular command, and then instead of Java C, I will simply use Java. Just use delete and then enter after it, and then you see it has printed the similar kind of message hello Selenium testers using command prompt. So in this way you can run the program using command prompt as well. Okay, so the compilation converts your code into platform independent bytecode, and Java, like JVM, interprets this bytecode, making Java platform independent. Okay, so again you can run it from ID, you can run it from command prompt. So when we run a program, so now let's go inside IDE. So when we run a program, JVM starts its execution from this main method. Okay, so System.out.println displays the message on the console, and program terminates automatically after completing the main method. So this line by line execution is exactly how your Selenium scripts execute the steps. So now let's add a variable to make it more interesting. Okay, so let's add some variable here. So string tester name. Again follow the camel case approach, and then I will pass a tester name Alice, and then end with a semicolon. So now I can do some stuff inside this print line statement. Okay, so let's remove this. Okay, so hello, and then what I will do is I will simply concatenate this with a tester name. Okay, and then again I will just use concatenate. Again we will understand this in our future lectures. For now you just need to see how it works. Okay, and now we will again try to run it. So we'll simply go with the run button from here. if you see this variable, that is tester name, so it store the test data in Selenium scripts. Okay, so we can use as many as variables we want, okay, for storing some data, and it's useful for dynamic inputs during the automation test. You see, now it has printed, hello Alice, welcome to Selenium Automation. So you can write multiple statements inside the main method. So if you want to add something like int x is equal to 10, you can write multiple statements inside main method. So Java executes these statements line by line. So like it goes from x is equal to 10, then it will go to the second line, and then it will go to the third line. Once the third line is over, it is as executed, the program will get terminated automatically. So always name classes starting with the uppercase, which we can follow with the camel case. Okay, every statement must end with a semicolon. So if you see here, it has ended with a semicolon. Use print System.out.println to debug scripts. Experiment with variables and print statements. So every Selenium script starts with a main logic understanding. So today we wrote our first Java program from scratch. We understood class, structure, main method, variables, and print statements. We also connected it to how testers use Java in Selenium. In the next video, we will learn Java data types and variables, because every automation script depend on handling test data efficiently. So if you found this video helpful or useful, like, comment and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to continue the Java for testers journey. See you in the next class.